Hey guys, it's Tammy with Cheers to Creativity, and I want to help you be more creative. Hey, so it's been a little bit of an off week for me. Nothing bad, just not everything going as I planned. But I have some leftover stuff, and I thought I would go ahead and do a really quick Valentine angel. This is just a 5x7 like watercolor panel. So it'd be a little more than, working on a card, but think of Valentine's, something you can do for people. So I'm just going to add some quick color and some decoupage onto my background. I have this brush that's really wet. I'm down. I think I'm going to just pick up a little bit of color. Might be a little obnoxious. I'm going to decoupage over this, so don't freak out yet. But I just want to make sure I've got color behind it. All right, very wet. All right, no big deal. So I'm going to take some papers I got around here. It's kind of got some roses on it. Lay some of that down. I'm going to want to keep it off of my edge here. That's kind of fun. Here's some old Monopoly money. Let's set that down. I love using old music to decoupage with, so I think I'm going to plan on that being about right there. And if I decoupage with a little bit over the edge, I can come back with an X-Acto knife and trim that. The other thing I like to use is things like old letters. First, it's always fun to try to read them, but yeah, a little bit there. A little bit here. That's just my idea of where I want to see some background paper. Like I said, it's not going to be complete. So I'm just going to use some decoupage. I'm going to pull this stuff off. I'm going to slap some decoupage down on my piece first. And I'm definitely going into wet paint. It's not going to matter. Just going to blend it all. And I'm going to take and put a little bit of decoupage on the back of this piece of music. I think I'm going to change my mind and put that down here. And I always like to try to start from the middle and work out. I'm going to, I guess I forgot to put some on the back. There's a little bit of this rose paper that I saw. If you happen to pop on, say hello. Tell me how your week's going. I'm kind of glad that it's almost the weekend. And since it's Thursday, it would be Friday Eve. Oh, where are we? There we are. Facebook has just been a hot mess today. Again, I'm going to try to slap a little bit of this on here to help it adhere a little more. This is just for background, so I'm not even going to worry if it's not all covered. I have this idea that I want to use some tissue paper, which I have in my lap, to make her wings. And I think I'm fairly happy with that. So let me set this aside. Junk pile. And I just got this cute little heart tissue paper that I'm going to use for her wings, but I'm going to need to give myself an idea where she is first. So I'm going to pick up some warm beige. Oh, always have your decoupage brush either in water or just wrap it in a wet paper towel so it doesn't dry out on you. I'm going to pick up a brush. I'm going to give her the idea of where her face is going to be. I think her face is going to be about here. She's going to have a little bit of a neck. And I'm going to give her, I think, a light blue dress. Well, actually, I think I'm going to pick up, might be blue, might be green, might be a mixture. I think we're just going to brush mix a color. So there's a little blue, picking up a tiny bit of green with that. And I'm picking up a lot of white. So it's that color dress. And I'm just going to come down here and square shoulders, think of an arm, think of an arm. And let her dress kind of flare out. Make sure my arms are long enough. This is very wet. I might come in with a little darker color and just try to define her arms a little bit. I get a little bit of color in here. All right, so I've got a dress on her. I'm going to go back and go with a smaller brush and pick up a little more of that beige and give her a couple hands, one on each side. And then where I'd gone in and given her a face, might need to give it a second coat. And I'm going to pick up a tiny, tiny bit of red and just lay it, tiny bit of red and white. How about that? And just lay a little bit of color on each side of her cheeks. Oh, gracious. It'd be nice if technology would just be sweet today. All right, then I'm going to pick up a little brown, or this happens to be burnt sienna, just so I can lay in a little bit of hair for her. She's not very big, but she might be mighty. And again, I'm not being patient and letting my paint dry. I'm just going to come in and bring her some hair down. Give her like a little bit of a part. You can decide how much hair or how long of hair your angel has. And a little line between where her head and her neck are. I am not seeing any comments, but as always, I will go back and look, and if you have any questions or have anything fun to tell me, let me know. I'm taking a little bit of that darker color, just laying right next to where her hand meets her dress, so there's just a little definition. Okay. What do we do next? All right, I think I'm going to give her wings. So I'm going to rip up some of this paper, and I'm going to kind of make it in a wingish shape. Wingish. That's kind of a wingish shape too. But before I put it down, I think I'm going to crinkle it up a little bit. See, there's actually some texture here. I'm going to go back and pick up my decoupage. Just put a little bit of it down. I'm going to set her wing here. Not too much of a wing. Might be too big. It's okay. We'll just make it a little smaller. And I'm just going to brush that decoupage on the edge next to her, and I'm going to let her upper wing be a little flyaway. The same thing on the other side, kind of making a wingish shape. Right next to her body, lay down a little decoupage. Lay down and just dab on my decoupage just in the lower half, letting her top part of her wings still be three-dimensional. And I think she needs wings on the bottom too, so I'm going to do the same thing. Crinkle up my wing. I would love if I could see what we were doing, but I can't, so we're just going to go with it. I'm going to tap on a little here. And I'm just adhering the bottom of it, leaving my other part of my wing to be dimensional. When it dries just a touch more, I'll come back. All right, I am going to what am I going to do? I'm going to plan these things out more next time. Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to grab a liner brush and a little bit of black paint. And I'm going to be having her hold something. Start on this hand. Let's go to this hand. And we're going to meet kind of in the middle. And from my little string, I'm going to pick up some red paint. And I'm being visited by my puppy dogs. And I'm just going to draw in a little heart. Oh, she's sweet. And either with your liner brush or if you have a pen handy, you could use that as well. I'm just going to very sketchily outline her dress between her arms and the dress. I might add a little bit of the darker color in her hair. I'm going to try to just give her the teeniest little eyes. Don't like that. So let's get rid of that real quick. I think instead, what I'm going to do, after I clean up my big mess, I'm going to give her another coat of her face color, and I am simply going to bring my hair even further down like it's covering her eyes. And then I think I'm going to give her a little bit of a halo. I'm just going to do that with, I have a little white metallic here. I don't know if it's going to show or not. We're going to find out. Be very faint. Right. Check and see if my wings are attached. They seem to be. And then I'm just going to come back with a pen and write Happy Valentine's Day or Be Mine. And there we have this little sweet Valentine angel. Like I said, something very quick. Hadn't even thought it out. But thanks for watching. Let me turn myself right side up, maybe. I'm glad you popped on. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And happy weekend eve, I guess. Until I see you again, please take care. Be kind. Be safe. Cheers. Bye-bye. And I'm having a really hard time finding my finish button, so you get to see me hit things 15 times. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.